Good morning, fourth grade. This is the vocabulary with Mr. Jennings, and we're going to be learning some new vocabulary words this week. Over the last couple of weeks, we've learned many vocabulary words, which we're going to look at now in our knowledge bank. One word is devoured. Devoured means to eat hungrily. Route, a way of travel from one place to another. Bare means no coverings. Galloping, to move or run forward rapidly, go and going fast, which we usually see with horses. We usually use the word gallop when we're talking about horses. Weak, having little power. Overjoyed, filled with joy, extremely happy. Elderly, a polite word for old. And swayed, to change someone's opinions. Today we have new words. One word is splattered. Everyone say splattered. Splatter means to splash on impact. So thinking of these two things, like when you throw some paint or something at these shoes, or whoever threw paint at those shoes, it splattered all over the shoes, which kind of made those little speckles or dots of paint. Usually splattered is hard to know where things go. So think of having something like a water balloon, throwing it and it's splattering everywhere, or busting it on impact, it splashes, which we're going to see a video now.
People.
Now look at the video. As soon as it hits that person, it splatters. We are going to look at one more video with someone splattering some paint. Looking at this guy's painting area, you can see that things are splattered everywhere. There's paint everywhere. He might have been throwing paint balloons or just throwing paint everywhere. This is how we know that things are splattered. There's no way to know where those things go when things are splattered, just like with the water balloon. Next word that we have is anonymous. Everybody say anonymous. Anonymous means without any name or having an unknown name or identity. So right here we have an anonymous letter, and then this anonymous letter is having some encouraging words. It says, if you found this letter, it was meant for you. Courage is grace under pressure. Can we see what that says? Stay strong. You are beautiful. You are loved. You deserve to be happy. There's no one else like you. With love from an anonymous letter, and then with the love. So anonymous letter just means that you don't know the person who sent the letter. So when it's anonymous, you just don't know who the person is, or they hid their name or identity. For example, with superheroes, most superheroes have an anonymous identity. Like people don't know who's under the mask. So like Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Captain America, people know who Iron Man is, like because he's like real popular. But he has a mask on. But when you don't know, like Robin and Batman, they keep their identities anonymous. So they have a mask, and when they are fighting crime, but during the day they don't have a mask and they live their regular lives. This is because if they weren't anonymous, people would try to probably hurt them or hurt their families, or people would make them celebrities and always following them all the time, like they do Iron Man, Tony Stark. So most superheroes are anonymous. They don't want their identity to be known. So you don't know their name or their identity. You just know them as that fictional character like Batman or something. So doing something awesome. So this week for the word anonymous, I want you to write an anonymous letter to someone, or write an anonymous text telling someone you appreciate them and giving encouraging words, just like the word one that we've seen before. So if you're going to text one of your teachers, maybe you text them off of someone else's phone or off an iPad so they don't know, and you just say like, hey, love you, thank you for all that you do. Or you can say your own message however you want to them. Or you can like write a letter, leave it somewhere in your home, and maybe your parents find it, like your mom, dad, grandmother, auntie, brother, sister, uncle, like anyone can find that letter, and maybe it'll encourage them, because right now we're in a time of where a lot of people are sad. So sending an anonymous letter, like we've seen, would make them happy, and it will be exciting. So these are our vocabulary words this week. We learned the word splattered, which means to splash on impact, and anonymous, which means that without any name or having an unknown name or identity. So because you're sending an anonymous letter or making an anonymous text, you're not going to write your name on it. You just say from anonymous, or you just write the letter and then you just don't put your name, and they won't know who did it. And or you can play a little game and try to see if they can find out who wrote the letter.